to stop the internet from happening.
Yeah,
he lost the future.
Yeah,
he lost the future.
Yeah, he wanted everything to come. He wanted us to go back to where he lived,
which is the only thing that he's good at.
Yeah,
I don't understand. This is the one part that confuses me about him. The only thing that he's good at is being a mathematician, having a mathematical mind. It would have worked so well with creating internet websites and all these things. Why would he want to destroy the only possible avenue for him to become a multimillionaire?
Because he didn't want to fit into any system. He was mad that Becky didn't want to date him at the foam rubber factory. And
she went out with it. He creeped her out.
It's a problem, but still, she could have stuck it through and saw the real him. Because you know the whole thing. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
I think that he was giving her the best.
So how did this start?
1978.
Worst year in America.
Yeah, 1978.
Right.
You got Jimmy Carter. You got the Iran hostage crisis. You got the gas shortage. You know,
economy's in a shithole.
Malaise, my friends. The time of malaise. He decides that he's going to send out his first bomb, and. You know, investigators are still a little baffled about
who and why.
Who he chose, why he chose them, the pattern in which he chose them.
I literally think he just went through Yellow Pages and was like, this one.
Directories.
Well, this guy had a ridiculous name. Buckley Christ. The first guy, materials engineering professor Buckley Christ at Northwestern University, which sounds like a parody movie about Jesus' second cousin.
Right. Are you now? We're looking for Mr. Christ, Jesus Christ. No, I'm just Buckley. I haven't seen Jesus in a little while. God abandoned me a long time ago.
Why you turn that water into Kool-Aid?
Oh man! Gosh darn it!
God darn!
Oh, my followers lost their teeth. Gosh darn it.
So Kaczynski, I mean, he uses, the reason why he wasn't caught for such a long time is that he retained his intelligence completely. He was so smart as to the first one that he did, this one, it was a double bluff. It was amazing. He took this package, he put it into the parking lot at the University of Chicago, which was a completely different location from where the bomb showed up and where it said it was from. He put a return address from a Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, and the other one, the actual send-to address, was to Buckley Christ at Northwestern University.
But it was just in the middle of the parking lot?
It was in the middle of the parking lot at a university. These people, they say, professor. Oh, okay, I don't know how this got here.
Oh, dude, so someone needs to take care of this.
Yeah, someone needs to take care of this. So, they put it in the mail, and this guy gets it. The guy from the return address, he gets it, and he doesn't recognize his handwriting on it. And he's like, that's a little odd that someone would write, a return address for me. So he calls up a security guard, a college security guard, and he's like, yeah, why don't you take care of it?
So do you think this is a way? Yeah. Was this a way for Kaczynski, because we know he's not the boldest man? Is this a way for him to wash his hands of it?
I don't think it.
So he didn't technically deliver it?
This is just a way for he just knows how to not get caught.
Yeah, that's the idea. So it just kind of disappears.
So you get a bunch of fingerprints on it, like everyone's kind of touched it, and
it's gone through the mail so much. And the security guard, before he opened it up, he actually joked. He's like, maybe it's a bomb.
Never say that.
Never say that. Yeah, because all you're doing is setting it up, and then
say maybe it's $1,000. Then maybe it will be. It's never good to say maybe it's a bomb.
The secret.
Well, you'll see, his further attempts to not get caught. You'll see the way that the bombs are constructed. He almost handmade every piece in the bomb. The switches were made out of hickory. He used matches that were untraceable. He used nails that were untraceable. He used batteries in which he scraped off all of the labeling. And that's why the first bombs that he built kind of shitty.
I like that, though.
No, they were like Etsy.
Yeah.
They had
this is 100% homemade bomb right there. Can't go wrong with it.
I mean, it didn't work because, when regular pipe bombs, you want the metal threading on it because it creates pressure, it creates a bubble that explodes, plus you get a lot more shrapnel. But his trademark throughout the years, wooden boxes. He would always use wood because part of his trip was also an environmental trip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he knew exactly how to make a wooden box. If we can look at the cabin that he has in the woods,
he would have done great at shop.
I think he would have been okay at shop.
I mean, he would not have dealt with the jocks.
No,
He would have been very good at the projects.
Yeah, that's right.
So the person who opened up was the security officer Terry Marker opened it up and then just blew a bunch of his fingers off, which became sort of the scarring. It became really the what Unabomber became known for.
Yeah,
which
he
is, like,
mutilated
fucking
a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
he only killed 3, but he seriously
Well, that
injured
seems to be
a lot of people.
that seems to be common. Like that Luke Helder guy from UW Stout. When I was in college, there, he tried to make the smiley face across America.
Yeah.
That's all he did. He just blew off people's arms and hands
bad.
and things. Terrible.
No, because
very terrible.
Because the
yes.
idea is that it shows that his real motivation was never to. He wanted to kill, but he didn't really want to kill. He wanted the ego trip of fear.
Right.
He wanted the ego trip of creating an atmosphere of fear, like Son of Sam.
Yeah, and especially that's focusing on universities. He wanted to create that atmosphere of fear within the system that he hated.
Right,
that he
right.
hated so much. But here's the funny thing: his nickname was not originally the Unabomber. The U.S. Postal Service, they were the first people to have a handle on this case. They all named him the Junkyard Bomber.
Oh,
Junkyard Bomber.
Junkyard Bomber sounds like a wrestler's name.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy with a big wrench and a dog tied to a chain, and he just goes like, "It's time to give him the dump truck."
Yeah, just an elbow from the top rope. The old dump truck. Unitard. That's what I'm going to call him. The unitard. Little slowpoke.
And his buddies called him Winnie the Shits.
Oh, look at that.
Another bad
I
nickname.
like Woody the Shits. So the first guy got some fingers blown off. Mm-hmm. And then how long did he wait before he sent out the next mystery
Less than a year, and it was also
that's
it was
a fairly
also at
long
Northwestern University. And this one, it wasn't a mail bomb. This was just one that he kind of set out there. This guy John Harris, there was this cigar-shaped box that had the Phillies blunt cigar logo on it. It had just been lying around a room in Northwestern University in one of the classrooms, and he just started like, you know what, I can do this box like that. That's a cool little box. Let's go check out, see what that box is all about.
Never check out boxes.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
He opened up the box, and the force of this blast was a hell of a lot bigger than the last one.
So he was getting better.
He was getting better, and I don't know if how he checked his work, because he was in Montana. It's not like he had the internet to check out and see what happened at Northwestern, what happened here, what happened there. I don't know how he knew that he was getting better at it. That's the weird. That's the weird thing about it.
I'm certain there would be a mystery bomber. I bet he got newspaper. Again, he just caught the fucking bus and went to town. It was right there.
Because you can go to Missoula, and there's plenty of places in Missoula to get some newspapers.
And I guarantee you, at 8 a.m. every single day, there was a big dump on that road. No one knows who did it. We always did it, though.
There's some kind of mystery pooper out here on this road. I hope he doesn't turn into a bomber of some sort. Well,
Unabomber, maybe.
So in 1979, that's when Ted Kaczynski finally hits national headlines.
What happened with the guy who opened up the cigar box?
He was maimed. Again,
he said minor cuts and
and
burns.
Yeah, it was the same thing as the guy before. So in 1979, he decides that he is going to bomb an American Airlines flight.
Which things get pretty serious.
Right.
Once you want to bomb an airplane.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he wasn't targeting American Airlines specifically. He wasn't targeting any flight specifically. He just, and it's fairly ingenious how he did this. He just put out the parcel to airmail. And of course, in airmail, a lot of these things are carried along commercial flights.
Yeah.
And he rigged up a barometer in this package that once the barometer hit 35,500 feet,
it would blow, which is normal
trigger.
Cruising altitude for a plane.
Which is normal. Yeah, the bomb triggered, and
then Bane and all of his henchmen would come. No, Matt Hardy. Now, you sound like you got more toilet paper in your mouth. No more toilet paper.
I'm really working on my Bane verse.
That's very good. That's perfect. Yeah, if a butthole could talk, that's what it was to sound like. There we go. Perfect.
He still wasn't very good at making his bombs. It was just a big mass of gunpowder. He didn't build it that well, but it did fill the entire cabin up with smoke. A lot of people got sick. There was an emergency landing. But one authority